Hello, loves. It's Finn Graves, and Ammon came in with this epic display case, and I got really excited about these river teeth and the moss and the bits of stone and rocks and pieces of wood that I had found on my last river adventure. And I started thinking about the concept of how museum displays are crafted and curated. I've been talking a lot with my little sister about artifact creation and the ways that different items make it into places like museums or, honestly, vintage stores or thrift stores. And I think that stuff is really interesting. The idea of objects being important and being hand selected for their texture or their visual delight or the way they smell. I think all of that stuff is really interesting. And all of these pieces have to dry out before they can be carved on them. And so I was like, oh my goodness, this is super fun. Let me make a little display case of my creepy dolls and like one of my favorite books by Patrick Rothfuss, The Wise Man's Fear. Highly recommend it. Part of a painting and the doll's toes. And then those wood spun bowls and that little wooden guy is created by Ammon, who works in the shop. I work a lot with like playing with his cup, so he made that wood cup on the lathe, but the dragon's eye obsidian that she's gazing at is mine. And he carved out and dremeled that little thing that creates interesting shadows. And so I was playing in the warehouse because I finished with a client earlier and just messing around and just seeing what it felt like if we were creating artifacts. What would it feel like if these bits and sticks and this brooch and that spider were actually artifacts? And artifacts are things that other people think are important. Now, that box that you see right there, that's a plein air box. And Ammon handmade it because I really wanted to make a plein air box, but mine didn't work out that effectively because I haven't worked with the tools yet. But his is stunning. And it was just really fun to goof off and play with this display case. We're going to do something else entirely with it, but I thought it was interesting, and the guys are really good at artifact making, and I want to be like them. Someday I will be. So, yeah. I thought you guys would enjoy seeing what we do behind the scenes, and it is from my creepy perspective, but I love it.